Ho Chi Minh now begins to mend his fences abroad. In 1955, he flies to Peking and gets $350 million in Chinese aid from Mao Zedong. A year later, Khrushchev makes his famous speech attacking Stalin and inaugurating the Sino-Soviet split. Ho, though pro-Russian, is caught in the middle. He needs Russian industrial help, but cannot forget Red China's control of his communication lines. Professor Fall.
It is very easy to compare Ho Chi Minh to Mao Zedong. You are two Asian leaders, two old apparat boys, etc., almost of the same age, by the way. Yet the fact is, Ho Chi Minh spent 30 years in the West traveling from 1911 to 1941, literally, when he moved into China, whereas Mao Zedong spent most of his life in the grottos and caves of northeast China. Ho Chi Minh has seen the French in France, he's seen the British in Britain, he's seen the Americans, presumably, in perhaps New York and Boston. I'm sure in New York he saw more than Harlem. In other words, I don't feel that the problem of not understanding what the United States is about is really the problem with Ho Chi Minh. It may come with the junior leaders. The junior leaders, of course, have spent most of their life in isolation, but not Ho Chi Minh.
His junior leaders, Pham Van Dong, Prime Minister, intelligent and tough, General Giap, Defense Minister and Armed Forces Chief, a popular man, but in communist countries, military men rarely become politicians. Lê Duan, the Communist Party boss, during the French War, top party leader in the South. And there are others, such as Trong Chin, whose adopted name, Long March, shows his Chinese allegiance. While the political struggle continues, communist aid and free world trade flow through the port of Haiphong. Government sources say that ships from 25 non-communist nations called on the port, bringing in machinery needed for the country's industrialization drive and exporting its coal. According to Secretary of State Rusk, no strategic items are traded, however. Ho realizes that only industrialization can strengthen his food-deficient country. But to industrialize, one must have trained workers. Soviet bloc and Chinese experts and economic aid of over $1 billion have poured in over the past 10 years. In most cases, this is still an economy which depends on coolie labor. Modern factories are built by hordes of human ants.